Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, so this is a clip from a sit down with me and Giovanna Ferrari on the 1028 podcast. We talked about so many different things. This is probably one of my favorite podcasts that I've ever done. We talked about her coming from Italy, coming to America, LA particularly, and how she was going to chase her dreams. So hopefully you guys get value out of the video, and I'll see you on the next go around. All right, goodbye. Been around season artists. I guess you've seen the work that it takes to get to that.
I splash around a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
right? So yeah,
That's really what you say. Kudos to you, and I'm proud of people that it sounds so much better. It sounds so much cooler as the extortionist. Where it came from. It came from the 1028 podcast. Goddamn it, with Giovanna Ferrari. All right.
So I always ended up being surrounded by these amazing, talented people. And, at that time, my art was theater. I was trying to be an actress, actor. I'm not sure which.
Theater. This is new news to me.
I guess, there's still things you need to learn about.
And this is exactly why I love to have you. This is why I have you on the podcast, right? This is great for the public, but I'm very curious because the way you operate is very unique to what I'm used to seeing when it comes to artists. Like you've been around seasoned artists. I guess you've seen the work that it takes to get to that point.
Yeah.
But it just seems like I haven't seen somebody go at it the way that you're going at it. I see you pretty much every day, and you're covered in paint every time.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point in time where I didn't see you covered in paint, and when I said that's where I got the edgy comment from, because it was like I felt like you were you were really really unbalanced, I guess, at that moment.
Oh, at that moment, I guess it was like the winter. Yeah, I was going through some shit.
Yeah. But when I start seeing you covered in paint, I start to see the calmness, but it looked like mayhem. Looked like I don't know what happens when that door closes at your studio. But
I don't know too, man. But I splash around a lot of stuff, right?
I love it.
And for me, it's just like the mix of all these different materials and that creates textures, it creates patterns, and then the layering, right? And so in order to do that, you need to splash around a lot. You need to take a lot of risks,
right?
And it's not that every donut comes up with a hole, so at times I get really frustrated. And it's just a process. It's kind of like you have to go through that ugly middle stage.
Oh, I love it.
It's like teenage years. It's like adolescent years. When you go through that ugly duckling kind of phase.
Right. You know what? Art doesn't feel right to me at the end process if I haven't gone through a journey to get to it. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to get to. It's like I feel like you use painting as is it also like a meditation for you? Is it a way to decompress for you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because, it's not that my mind is empty, but you're in the flow, so you're in the present.
Right.
It's kind of the same principle as meditation or yoga, right? So whenever you are in the flow, thoughts come to your head, but they don't stick with you, so you're able to process them in a different way. I'm not sure what part of their brain they go through, right? But you can hear yourself think, but you're focused on something else, so they pass away just like a cloud in the sky. So yeah,
that's really dope, man. It's really dope. And I don't want to go too far in that process without getting back to you wanted to be an actress.
Yeah, so
creativity was always a part of this thing.
Yeah, creativity has always been really a great outlet for me to really understand who I am. Okay. So there's this interaction between me, the audience, or other actors, or me and the paint and the canvas, and it's always been a very therapeutic, cathartic way of understanding who I am. So I remember when I was, 17 or something, I was going through some shit because my childhood wasn't happy. And so my therapist...
Fighting all the goddamn time, that's why.
No. So the therapist, she suggested I go to a theater class. And that was really great for me. I loved it. And so then I started doing that, and then...
shout out on the therapist. I love that. I love it. I couldn't do anything without my therapist. Therapy is
been the key to everything in my life. I love it. So I'm just saying, kudos to you, and I'm proud of people that are willing to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no shame. There's no shame. Everybody should go. Everybody should go.
I tell that to everybody. I don't care, and not even just when you feel good. When you feel good is when it's even more important to go. You know what I mean? It's just to make it part of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in your story, but we were talking about theater and creativity.
Yeah, so what was I talking? Oh, the theater thing. Yeah. So anyways, I started doing theater, and then I met all these amazing creative people. My ex-boyfriend, one of them. So he was painting, I was doing theater. Then, he was just starting out at that time. He was just an emerging artist, but he grew up to be a really amazing artist. And I started doing, theater. I started traveling around. And then we broke up, and I was like, oh, I'm out of here, because I always wanted to leave Italy. So, I always had this dream of traveling. And it was a big thing of actually taking a sabbatical year between me and my friends. A lot of us would take a sabbatical year and just travel, and then they would come back and they would tell the tales, of their journeys or adventures.
Like a campfire story.
Right, absolutely. And I've always been like, oh, I really want to do that. I really want to do that. I just really want to go and do the adventure thing. And so, we broke up, me and this dude, and so I was like, hey, this is the time.
Absolutely.
I was done with school. I graduated from college, and I was like, okay, well, I'm doing this theater thing, and I'm just going to go to Los Angeles and, be a movie star.
There you go. You got to flick the hair a little bit when you do that. Movie star.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know, but you should have seen me, dude, because I was like...
you were real.
I was real, but I was not like Los Angeles type, I wasn't the girl, who groomed, herself and went to the hairdresser and did her nails and, was like perfect. No, I was completely the opposite.
Ask you, what type of theater did you want to actually partake in? What type
I wanted to do movies. I really wanted to, switch.
Was it drama or any
definitely
type?
drama.
Okay.
Definitely drama. Yeah. It was pretty dark at that time. Still am, but the funny side of me came later. But we'll talk about it later. But at that time, absolutely, it was definitely very dark. So drama, thriller, and horror.
I knew it. I had a feeling like Jason was definitely your favorite movie or something like that. Like Jason, Chucky, or something like that. You into horror movies, Candyman?
Oh, more like The Exorcist.
The Exorcist?
The Exorcist.
Hey,
The Exorcist.
I've been around you long enough. I kind of could understand.
Thank you for the translation.
I got you. Yeah. The Exorcist, but I think it sounds so much better. It sounds so much cooler as The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
If we find out a movie is called that out there in the next year, we know where it came from. It came from the 1028 podcast, goddamn, with Giovanna Ferrari. All right. Shit. Okay. That was great. So you made it to LA, right?
Yeah, I made it to LA.
And you were still.
Hey, you guys enjoy it? Beautiful. I need you to like and subscribe. We're on a journey to reach 100 subscribers. We can't do it without you. So please like and subscribe and share this thing all over. I'll see you on the next video, all right? All right, goodbye.